Hey, how's it going today?
Oh, pretty good considering the weather. It's all right.
I understand. What's your name?
My name is Martin J. Holloway.
And what's your dog's name?
This is Bonnie.
Bonnie. What kind of dog is Bonnie?
She is half Sharpei and half Bull Terrier, which means she's going to be a big ass Bull Terrier.
I remember when she was really small. Now, how old is she now?
She's getting close to a year old, maybe a couple more months or so. Because I got her when she's about 3 months old.
I got you. So are you homeless?
Well, I happen to be, yeah.
How long has that been going on?
Since 1981.
1981?
Yeah. Actually, I went down to Panama City, like 20 miles inland. I was buying some property in Washington County, just feet away from Bay County.
Yeah.
And that was 81. On the first condominium they were building, I went to work. I worked for almost 9 years. They built up Panama City. Now the rich folks have took over. I couldn't get a ride down the beach and back.
I get it. So, how old are you?
I'll be 65, believe it or not, in December.
All right, so you were born in like the 50s, right? Like
59.
Yeah, so
I used to have a child of the 60s. No, I didn't. I was a child of 59.
Yeah, so you'd have been like 20-something whenever you came homeless.
Well, no, I was working downtown my city in 81. I come out of Walker Tech. I went there because they were paying during the Carter administration. I took the welding course. Come out, went down there, and they were building the first condo. They were on the 5th floor. And I went to work and lived and worked there for almost 9 years. Because now it's all built up, bunch of wealthy and rich folks down there and can't get a ride to the beach tonight.
Is that where you're from originally, Florida?
No, not from right here, Georgia.
Georgia? Cool. All right.
It says Rossville, Georgia.
Rossville, Georgia?
You know, Rossville's got a Tennessee side and a Georgia side.
Yeah, it's like right up by Chattanooga.
On the line, yeah. Yeah, mostly from Rossville. Once I got out of prison for the crime that they took off the paperwork when I got out of prison after I've done 9 years. Believe this or not, I did prison time. When they let me out in 2011, I did 9 years for misdemeanor.
For a misdemeanor?
Yeah.
Oh, I understand.
Well, that's what it is now. They took the charge off, but the people in the prison didn't give me that charge when they let me out. Because they knew it was phony, I guess, before they knew me. Yeah. And so they didn't have me, nothing but a misdemeanor I did 9 years for. Yeah. I should get paid for that, you know.
Yeah,
Put in my money.
It's not something that's still on your record?
It's not. They took it off, yeah. Took it off my record, that's what I did all the time. So I did get 9 years for a misdemeanor. Thank you, Georgia. I'm not suing your asses. You ain't got no money. About funny. Yeah. I did all that, but actually it was a learning experience. You know what I mean? And I only had to do 7 of my 10, they said.
That's still a long time, 7 years.
Well, I had to get 2 more on parole. I had to get a couple more years for smoking marijuana. Of course, they got mad at the parole officer and fired her because they said, this man was charged with charges he didn't commit. And now you're sending him back to prison for smoking marijuana.
How long, what time frame was this?
Shoot,
Like
2002 to about 2011. Yeah, I got, 2012, January.
When you got out, did you have anywhere to go or did you have to come on the street?
Yeah, I went to where my mother was at in Rossville, and she passed a few years later. I was glad to be around her. I could have been in my aunt's house right now, but since I got out of prison, I wanted to hang around with Mom. And I'm glad because we got to know each other again, and then she passed. And I've been out again since then, but actually since 81, I was out off the beach in Panama City in 81, working and camping on the property out in Washington County for almost 9 years. I loved it. I was young too, you know.
So right now, are you doing like the tent thing, or are you doing like?
Yeah, I got me a tent, of course. You know, like every decent homeless person has a tent.
Yeah, well, you're surprised. You know, there's a lot that aren't tented up right now. There's a lot that are under the bridge over there.
Yeah, and I noticed they used to come and pick on people a lot, but I noticed since they can't do nothing about it and it gets worse, they just kind of, I mean, what else, what you gonna do?
Yeah, not a very big town, but a lot of people are dealing with homelessness.
And everywhere. And I'm glad my mother passed me this course of reading scripture, because if you'll notice, there's nobody on TV talking about this, because it's like a snowball rolling downhill. There's nothing nobody can do, so they just roll with it. Because it is what it is. And the next world, you know why the new world in the scripture is so much bigger than this? Think about all the people who had passed that will live forever on that earth. It's going to have to be 10 times this size. Check it out. And remember, I told y'all.
I understand. So, are you guys like, there's, like we said, there's a small town, quite a few homeless, a lot. More than one is too many, but there's a lot, you know, here in this little town. Are you guys like sticking together, helping each other out, or is it kind of more?
No, we're more steal from each other. I go to your tent, you're not there.
Yeah.
I'm just going to take what I need.
Yeah.
You'll never know who done
I
it.
just talked to a young lady like a couple of days ago. Came by the store over here, and she said someone stole her tent.
Oh, the whole tent? I believe it,
Yeah. And then had some people say that people stole like last bits of change they had and different stuff like that, you know?
Yeah, I had a girl that was on this side of the bridge, and it was only the second day I was on the other side. And I pulled all this change, over $2, and put it beside me, woke up without it. And that was the only person that on that day she happened to move from this side to that side, right down to me. And I cried about that and woke up without all my change.
Yeah.
And even though it wasn't a lot of money, it's still, she stole all the money I had. So
Yeah, I know the shelter, you got to have some money coming in that's not like a check.
Oh, yeah, it's not.
Are you guys like the other type of places around here? Are they helping you out? Like any other like, you know, organizations or?
No, I noticed the Red Cross and the Salvation Army, they'll help you. They'll give you a list of stuff, and there'll be a hurdle in that what you got to do that you won't be able to jump over. It's over.
Yeah.
I've done tried that. It's been a long time, but I see systematically how they just really don't got to help and ain't going to. They can't afford to. They're not getting no new money in like they've been doing all these years in donations. So, hey, why would they blow all that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they ain't gonna do much.
So you guys get a lot of help from like regular people or not really?
Yeah, like in Chattanooga too. They'll just drive up and give you stuff. Yeah. They did that in Chattanooga. I don't know about now. It's been years. But when I was over there, it was happening like that. But if it continues and gets worse, that will wane off. I noticed that already.
Here people help out or not?
Yeah. It might not be everybody, it might not be every day, but if you pray every day and every night like I do, it just gonna happen right before you fall right, you know, down and out. Somebody's gonna do something. It always happens.
I understand.
And it's I look at it like you know, everything inadvertently comes, you know, from the higher, and it does now. I think that people that don't see it that way, maybe they're doing things they shouldn't, and I see that pain a lot. I have. That's why I stay out by myself all the time.
I understand. After like money, are you guys how are you guys like getting money out here? Like I know you probably get a little bit at a time, but
Yeah,
do you guys have to fly a sign or are people just stopping?
Mostly, that's like I did it by retirement money, thank God. And I never really thought about it. I never thought I'd live to get it. When I was young, I was crazy on it. My retirement, Social Security.
You get that?
Yes, sir, I get it every month. But it's just over $900. It goes up though on my birthday. I get a little more, and it should last. But it's really, I'm telling you.
You won't be able to get rent here in town.
No, sir.
For
no.
less than 900. There's no way. There's
Well,
not any.
I do better than most because in '81 when I went down to Panama City, I camped on 5.5 acres, so I was buying, and I'm used to this, used to camping. I mean, I cook out of a buying sausage can, throw some, cooking oil in it, and a piece of cloth, and sit on and put a skillet on top of it. I've been doing it for a long, long time. So I'm doing better than most as far as actually living here outside. I got my cooking apparatus, I got my little skillet, I got all that.
Yeah.
But it don't help as I get older. It seems like my age is what's pissing me off.
I understand. How old did you say you were again?
I'll be 65 in December. Don't tell nobody, especially the girls. I'm 45.
I'll be sure to remember that one.
Hey, Bonnie, get your ass.
Yeah, that's a good pose, I guess.
She's trying out for a doggy magazine. She needs money too.
She's a good girl, right?
Oh yeah, she's good. And I tell you what, I've always had a dog. And I didn't know till this dog fell out of the sky almost half a year ago that why didn't I have one now? So this is God's friend. That's the only reason I feed her. He's better than I do. She got 4 bags of blue treats alone up at my camp right now. 4 bags, which are $16 a bag.
Did you get those from the
They gave them to me. Yeah, Providence down there. Good people down there.
Yeah. Yeah, they're cool. I go in there every so often.
And as far as the cooking, I've been here, they're really consistent.
When they're cooking?
Yeah, with their cooking. So they keep a few guys in there, just rotate a couple, come in new, and so it's always
Don't they
good.
chow at like 12 every day or something?
12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you eat there today?
Yeah. And 5 o'clock.
Thought you gonna go eat there again?
Might not, but since the rain got me stuck out here, I might. Yeah. Go ahead and take advantage of that.
Well, hopefully it don't rain no more today. But I had a viewer. He left a comment. He said it'd be a good idea because I get so many different answers to like ask you guys like, if you guys got like a favorite song or like if you have a favorite band or something like that, something that you like a lot.
Wow, I like all music. That's all I did all day long was listen to.
Oh yeah, I heard you listen to the blues one time out here.
That's mostly what I
Whenever you were out here
listen
with
to.
Charlie.
Oh yeah, but I remember a lot of old guys like John Prine. I met him personally, and he had a concert. He had one in Chattanooga, but for some reason back then they didn't go right. So he had a free concert in Miller Park, and that was wow. That was real good. Old guys like that, he never could get on the radio, but with one song, yeah, I covered.
He wrote a bunch of songs for not a bunch, but he wrote some songs for the Grateful Dead, stuff like
He
that.
did a lot of good music. For some reason, he didn't get a lot of publicity. I think it was something to do with, I don't know, like the concert they wouldn't even have, and he had a free concert down in Middle Park because they something. I think he run into a lot of rebellious stuff.
So he's your favorite?
Well, he's one
okay.
of the guys that was on the fringe, but to me, he's all in on my music now. I listen to him, but nobody else hardly didn't know who he was, and I think it was because of his outspokenness as an artist.
Like
I don't know
yeah.
that. But I liked him.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a name that you still do hear. There's a lot of people who do like him,
Oh yeah. He passed a few years ago, and for some reason, his latest album, the song's really good. Even though it's not, stardom stuff, but the lyrics are great.
Oh yeah.
And I look at anything that talks about the time, in a way that most people wouldn't. But yeah, it's really good.
Before, like even now, I guess so. But like, do you have any like hobbies you like to do, whether like in the past or now, or?
Well, I play around with a git fiddle. Y'all around here call it a guitar, but yeah, just for fun. And I got one at my camp now, and I'll just break out every once in a while by myself, because I can't sing or play, but I fake it till I make it.
Hey, one of these days we can get you on film with that.
I want just one hit. At my age, just need one hit, and I'm good. Yeah. Me and Marty will kick back. Yeah.
I'm telling you, write a song. We'll film it. We'll get it on
I've got lots of songs so old, I say they're mine, 'cause nobody's ever heard them. They're real songs. I wrote down 100 at one time, and I had to back it up to 50 just to try to maybe play all of them in a day.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm old school. I use nylon strings. No round because you play with metal strings. You ain't playing all day. Believe me, you can't do it. So I'm that guy. Yeah, I'm that guy you want to come see right now, and you don't have to pay but $1 and $2.95 or $3.95. It's less than $4. Most rates are over $5. Come on, y'all. Pay the money.
Bring it down here one day. If I see you with it, I'll.
Oh yeah, I thought about bringing it out and kicking it every once in a while. When the feeling gets right and the crowd gets right, it'll heads. Everybody have some fun, you know.
I got just a couple more questions for you. I guess these are the ones I always end it with. But if someone sees someone in your situation, someone who's dealing with homelessness, what can they do to help someone like you?
Well,
Even if it's just a little bit.
it's just, yes, it ain't nothing, but you know, if a man ain't got a couple of dollars in a day and it's hot or cold, yeah, he needs to eat, drink something. So there you go. Throw a little change. That's good. I don't look at that as chunking, you know, just throwing money. It's actually giving you a few dollars. I got two in my pocket when they gave me. I'm like, all right. Now I got a third and fifth about to smoking those nasty cigarettes, which I never smoked before I went on my first bag of weed when I was 12 years old. So I'm not suing the state of Georgia for having weed illegal back when I was 12, and I couldn't get no more than my first ounce, and believe me, I had to smoke something. So I started smoking cigarettes because I couldn't get no damn weed back then, and these folks may be glad they got it in the store now for everybody else, or else. You know what I mean?
One of the last questions I always ask. It's kind of just up to you how you want to answer it. You got anything you want to say?
I just want to say, no, don't give up. I got a daughter and a grandson, and things are going to be fine. And I'll tell you a little something if you don't know. The reason the Scripture, as I call it, the Holy Scripture, talks about the new world being so many times bigger than this, I understand now. Because you're going to have so many people that have passed and that will live forever on that earth. That's why it's got to be more than 10 times bigger than this. Something I just came to my mind a few months ago, and I'm like, wow, I wonder if anybody else ever saw that. Why does the new world that's in the Scripture that comes behind this one has to be so much bigger? For all the people that have passed in this one that will live on it forever and ever, and they'll grow their vegetables, fruits, and weeds like that. Yeah, all good.
Well, I appreciate you. Maybe one day we can get another, like we can get you with your little guitar thing. The guitar,
yeah.
What'd you say, guitar fiddle?
Get fiddles, yeah. Well, I know y'all around here call it a guitar.
And then maybe we can do like an update video on you sometime soon.
My
too.
pappy called it a get fiddle, and his pappy before him called it a get fiddle. So I called it.
All right. Well, I appreciate you, Marty.
Yeah, we'll do it again now.
Okay,
We get
we'll do it.
number 2.
For sure.
And when you get all them millions of dollars, it's a wonderful interview. Don't be bomb.
And thank you, Bonnie, for being such a great
Oh yeah,
asset.
she's good just to do nothing like that.
She's very well behaved.
All right. Well, thank you, and catch you on the next one.
I appreciate you.
All right.
Thank you.